Okay. Show that the relation in the set given by 1, 2, 2, 1 is symmetric. So we have to show that it is symmetric, but it is neither reflexive nor transitive. So symmetric है क्योंकि 1 2 है, 2 1 is also there, isn't it? See, 1 2 is there. So I don't
Two
want
one is
to explain this now. I will go a little fast. 1 2 is there, so 2 1 is there. So it is symmetric. Now
Yes, sir.
it is neither reflexive. Neither reflexive मतलब आप देख सकते हैं reflexive है तो 1 1 होना चाहिए था, 2 2 होना चाहिए था, 3 3 होना चाहिए था. It is none of them is in their relation. So it is not transitive. Sorry, it is not reflexive. अभी transitivity का देखो, transitivity का 1 2 है, 2 1 है, then 1 1 होना चाहिए, है ना? But 1 1 is not in the relation, so it is not
yes,
transitive. Okay.
transitive.
Yeah, I said though 1 is related to 2, 2 is related to 1. So 1 should be related to 1, but that is not in the relation, so it is not transitive. Similarly, 1 1 2 2 3 3, they are not in the relation, so they are not reflexive. But symmetric है क्योंकि 1 2 है, 2 है नहीं, so it is symmetric. So yesterday, Rohini asked one doubt: what is anti-symmetric? ये आपका टेक्स्ट बुक में नहीं है, just for your information. Anti-symmetric मतलब x related to y, but y is not related to x. Then it is known as anti-symmetric. Okay, for all. So x comma y belongs to R and x not equal to y. X is equal to y है तो कोई इशू नहीं. X is equal to y है तो क्या होगा? X related to x. It is reflexive relation. But a related to b नहीं तो x related to y है, but y related to x नहीं है तो ये के लिए नहीं होगा, सबके लिए. Whenever x related to y, then means x comma y relation में है तो x comma y relation में है तो y comma x relation में नहीं होना चाहिए. That is known as anti-symmetry. Just for your information only. Now, next question. देखो, show that the relation the set of all books, that is your set, and the relation is x and y have the same number of pages. Two books have the same number of pages. Then that book, two books are related. We have to prove that it's an equivalence relation. So, is it reflexive? Is it reflexive? Every book has the same page of itself, right? Or
Yes.
every books, I say books x and x has the same or have the same pages क्योंकि दोनों बुक सेम है. So ऐसे लिख सकते books x and y have the same pages. So that means x comma x belongs to the relation. और ऐसे भी बोल सकते हैं आप x is related to x for all x in the set. Your set is A. So that means R is reflexive. R is reflexive. Okay. Now symmetric है क्या?
Yes, sir.
So symmetric proof करने के लिए, yeah, it's symmetric. Let x comma y belongs to R. That means x and y have same number of pages. That means y and x have the same number of pages. That means y is related to x. So it is R is symmetric. Then next, I will just tell you that x, let x is related to y and y is related to z. Y is related to z. उसका मतलब क्या है? X and Y have the same number of pages. Then Y and Z are having same number of pages. उसका मतलब X and Z are having same number of pages. That means this is transitive.
Transitive.
So you have to conclude reflexive, symmetric, and transitive. Hence, it is an equivalence relation. Okay, I'm not writing that because it's very simple. I don't want to waste time. You got it now? X related to Y and Y
Yes,
related
sir.
to Z. Means X and Y are having same number of pages. Y related to Z मतलब Y, book Y and Z are having same number of pages. So then X and Z are also having the same number of pages. That means X is related to Z. So hence you have to conclude that since the relation is since the relation is reflexive, symmetric, and transitive, the relation is an equivalence relation. Okay.
Equivalence relation.
Now another one. Your set is given as set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Finite set is given, whatever it is. The relation is सभी ordered pair in such a way that a minus b is even. Okay. So not only इधर कोई भी set आए तो भी चलेगा. Show that the elements. So first of all, prove that it is an equivalence relation. So देखो equivalence relation है तो any element minus that element, which is equal to 0. That is 0, which is comma, which is even. That means A is related to A for all A in the set. Correct? Now let A related to B. A related to B. इसका मतलब क्या है? Magnitude of A minus B is even. Magnitude of A minus B and magnitude of B minus A both are same. A minus B है तो भी B minus A तो जब हम magnitude देखे when we take the magnitude it is same. B minus A is even. That implies B is related to A. Correct? That implies R is
Symmetric.
similarly transitivity का. So transitivity के लिए let A is related to B and B is related to C. A related to B मतलब A minus B is even modulus of and B minus C is even.
Even.
तो हमें ये चीज हमारा माइंड में होना चाहिए. हमें क्या प्रूफ करना है? हमें प्रूफ करना है A is related to C. A is related to C प्रूफ करना है तो हमें प्रूफ करना है A minus C is even. है ना?
Even.
ये हमारा माइंड में होना चाहिए. हमें क्या प्रूफ करना है? So now A minus B is even, B minus C is even. So A minus B is a number. So A minus B के साथ आप B minus C ऐड
B
करेंगे.
minus C add करेंगे.
Isn't it?
Even.
Absolute value में क्या
Yes.
only sign आते हैं. There is only sign का difference. But A minus B even मतलब अंदर जो A minus B वो plus होगा minus होगा but whatever it is it will be an even number. Similarly B minus C is an even number. Absolute value only for that sign. Plus है तो minus करेगा, that's all. Sorry, minus है तो plus करेगा, that's all. So A minus B is an even number, B minus C is an even number. If you add to even number again you will get an even number. So that
Yes, sir.
That means A minus C
A minus
is
C.
even. A minus C is
Even.
even. That means A is related to C. So that
C.
means R is
Transitive.
okay. So now you have to say, then you have to conclude. Since the relation is reflexive, symmetric, and transitive, the relation is equivalence relation. Okay. Now, one more question they asked. Show that. So first वाला portion हो गया, equivalence relation ने करके proof किया. Now what we have to prove is show that all the elements of 1, 3, 5 are related to each other and all the elements of 2, 4 are related to each other.
One minus 3 is divisible by even number.
Yeah,
Even.
1 second. Okay. So set 1, 3, 5. All the numbers are odd. है ना? So the difference of
तो odd numbers
difference of
even number.
any two odd numbers is always even,
even.
right? So उसका मतलब
Yes.
all ऐसे आप conclude करना all the elements of 1 3 5 are related to each other. You have to
Each
conclude
other.
that. Okay. Similarly, 2 4. So all numbers are even, and the difference of any two even number is difference of b
Even.
minus even is always even.
Even.
Okay, so then you have to conclude that every element of all the elements of 2 4 are related to each other.
Each other.
Then you have to say no element of 1 2 3 is related to any element of 2 and 4. So 1 3 5 में odd है, 2 4 में set 2 4 में even है. तो ये एक odd नंबर एक इवन नंबर सब्ट्रैक्ट करेंगे तो हमेशा odd ही मिलेगा. 1 odd minus 1 even, modulus, it is always odd, isn't it?
Odd.
So that means they are not. So 1 3 5 ये सेट का कोई भी एलिमेंट 2 4 का कोई भी एलिमेंट को रिलेटेड
Related.
नहीं है. So you can see this is a partition or equivalence class. 1 3 5 is one set, 2 4 is another set. You can see that 1 3 5 इसका हर एक एलिमेंट रिलेटेड है, 2 4 इसका हर एक एलिमेंट रिलेटेड टू ईच अदर, बट ये दोनों सेट का कोई भी एलिमेंट रिलेटेड नहीं है, बट इसका कोई एलिमेंट कॉमन भी नहीं है, इसका यूनियन आपका फुल सेट भी मिलेगा. सो इट इज एन इक्विवेलेंस क्लास. देयर आर टू इक्विवेलेंट क्लासेस. गॉट इट? Okay. Now another
Yes,
question.
sir.
So simple questions, you have to make the note. I'm going a little fast. Show that the relation of the set. So your set देखो, set of all integers. That means your set is set 0 1 2 3 up to 12, all integers up to 12. If it is, even if it is full integers, doesn't matter actually. First one हमें prove करना it is an equal. Okay, so question का थोड़ा बाकी था. Prove that it is an equivalence relation. So first one देखो, first relation देखो, a minus a is a multiple of 4. So देखो, any number a minus a which is 0 comma is a multiple of 4, isn't it? So that means it is reflexive, correct? Now सिमेट्री के करके प्रूफ कर देना. सिमेट्री के करके प्रूफ करने के लिए let a related to b, that implies a minus b is a multiple of 4. I'm just writing in symbol for like multiple of 4. So a minus b multiple of 4 है तो b minus a is also a multiple of 4. उसका मतलब b is related to a. That implies a relation is symmetric. Then transitivity के लिए let a related to b and b related to c. So a minus b is a multiple of 4 and b minus c का absolute value is a multiple of 4. If two multiples of 4, if you add two multiples of 4, you will again get a multiple of 4.
Multiple of 4.
That implies a minus c is a multiple of 4. That implies a is related to c. So you can say that it is transitive. So reflexive, symmetric, and transitive. So hence it is an equivalence relation. Okay? Understood? Then
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
उसके साथ उन्होंने ये भी मांगा है find the set of all elements related to 1. So equivalent class 1. That means so one से related है. One से related मतलब जो difference between 1 and that number should be divisible by 4. So 1 itself, because 1 minus 1 is 0, which is divisible by 4.
5.
Then 5, the difference is 4 divisible by 4. 9.
9.
Okay. Then
Yes,
इतना
sir.
ही है. So this is the
It's nine.
equivalent class, or this is the set of elements which is related to 1. Okay. Now,
Yes, sir.
yeah, उसका next relation is A is equal to B. दोनों pair same है. That means your relation is nothing but A is equal to B मतलब 1 1, 2 2, 3 3, etc. 12 12. That is your relation. A is equal to B मतलब दोनों number same है. So it is clearly reflexive for A is equal to A, isn't it? For all A in the set, that implies A is related to A. Then let A related to B. That implies A is equal to B. A is equal to B मतलब B is equal to A. That implies B related to A. That implies it is symmetric and transitive. So let A related to B and B related to C. So A related to B मतलब A is equal to B, and B related to C मतलब B is equal to C. That implies A is equal to C. That implies A related to C. That implies it is transitive. So reflexive, symmetric, and transitive. So it is equivalence relation. So equivalent class in this case, equivalent class 1. A is equal to B. So what is equivalent class? Only one. One को जो equivalent कौन सा आते हैं? Hello, are you hearing me?
Yes, sir.
So one को equivalent कौन सा आते हैं? सिर्फ one नहीं आते. So elements related to one is because your relation is A and B are both are equal होना चाहिए. So elements which are related to one, that is only one.
One.
Okay, that's all.